Hello everyone, my name is Bruce and welcome to my channel, Heavy Haul Hustle. So today I just want to show you my load and also to show you some things about permits. I'm going to show my permits after I discuss what my load is, but my load is a big old block of steel, 6,000 to 8,000 pounds. I picked it up out of Newcastle, Newcastle, Pennsylvania, and I'm bringing it to Richfield, Wisconsin. Right now I'm in Racine, Wisconsin at the Petro. I knew I was gonna get a spot here because this whole place is paid to park, so I knew I was gonna get a spot here at this Petro. But and I just used my points to get this, the parking spot. So but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and turn my camera around so you see the block of steel, high security. So this is the block of steel. So first thing what I did was I cross-chained it. I normally do this back when I was flat bed for Boer Brothers. What I would do, I'll take this chain right here and I cross the front of it and throw it on the other side and hook it to the trailer. Same thing like I did that one. I brought it around, brought it down this way to this right here, to that D-ring. And I normally do that so I won't have to use wood. Of course you wouldn't use wood on this because it's so daggone big, but normally with steel plates you just block it so it won't move forward. But I found it much better and safer for me when I had steel plates when I was with Boer Brothers was I had cross chain the front, so when I slam on brakes it will come forward. And I felt more comfortable in that than just having blocks of wood. I mean, there's nothing wrong putting guns in front of the steel plates or whatever to keep it from moving forward. I just felt more comfortable with chain. So I did the same thing on this particular block of steel. Mind you, the steel plates I was hauling probably grossed it, probably was like 40,000 pounds put on a trailer. This is 6,000 to 8,000. This is one big steel block. So then now what I did was I took a chain, just threw it across, took a chain, threw it across, took a chain, threw it across, took a chain, threw it across. But as you can see, it's pretty heavy even through this wood like that. Yeah, but that's all there is to it. The reason why my trailer is so low to the ground like this is because I depleted all the air out of the system and I left my push axle up. So as you can see, my push axle off the ground. So yeah. So that's why my trailer is sitting so low to the ground. But it's pretty much easy. It wasn't bad. I put banners on, but it wasn't bad at all. Let me show you the other side. Alright, it's the other side. Normally, I like to put all my binders on one side. That way I can see while I'm going down the road, looking. I mean, I'm supposed to be looking in the right side of the mirror anyway, but I feel much better when I have all my binders on one side. People will say, well, it all pulling to one side. Yeah, but it ain't going nowhere whether you put it on one side, even it out on one and the other, it don't matter. I mean, I never had a problem with it. I just like to go down the road and just see my binders on. Binders on one side. We're right beside the highway, so that's why you hear motorcycle stuff going up the road. Now let me get my permits and I will talk to you about permits. Now right here, this is what you call permits. Now, I know I got a lot of truckers just watching this channel, but for those who don't know nothing about permits, people who, you know, drive cars, looking and all that, you finna learn something new today. This is what you call a permit. This is the state of Pennsylvania's permit. I had to get permits for Pennsylvania, Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. These permits cost money, as you can see. That's the price of this Pennsylvania permit. These permits has provisions that go with them. I didn't bring the provisions with me because it'll be a lot of provisions just to show the 5 states. So, you know, it'll tell you the carrier's address on there. Let's see, the cost, how many miles, the start trip, the beginning trip, what equipment you take, you permitting, which is the tractor and the trailer. Then you have the total length of the vehicle, which is, or combination, which is the truck and the trailer from bumper to bumper. You know, the width and the height, and the commodity, which that's mine's right there. Hold on, I gotta do this where the wind won't be blowing the paper down. Oh, yeah, I wanted to be outside to tell you this because it feel much better outside, and with the wind blowing, I don't want this permit to be flying all across the parking lot. I don't want to be chasing it, even though I probably need to exercise. But oh well. Back to what I was saying. So this is the second page of the Pennsylvania permit. Now this permit right here tells you the weight. So right here it tells me I'm 100. This is how much I applied for, 122,000 pounds. That's the legal weight. So of course they're gonna charge a fee since you're going over this. Most of the way where the fee come from is come from when this weight is above that limit there, 80,000 pounds. Once you above that, they start charging you by the mile. I think this one of the permits that might show you how much it costs. If it don't, I could get one of my old permits real quick to show you how they calculate. I know Mississippi, Louisiana, they do it. I think Arkansas is another state that does the charging that shows you on the permit. But this right here shows you the axle spacing. You got to know your axle spacing. Some states don't check, but states like Illinois, they will check your axle spacing. Ohio will check your axle spacing. Those are the two main ones that will check them. And Ohio, they love to do random roadside inspections. You'll be driving down the daggone highway, you might see a a sheriff sitting in the middle, and they will just out the blue pull you over, say, hey, just want to do the inspection, follow me. You follow them. They got the portable weights, the scales, and they will measure everything. I'm talking about, they will measure from front to back, every axle. They will measure your height. They would do that. They would do that. So I'm just letting you know. And one of the things we have to go through. Of course, they tell you your beginning and your end. Sorry, I got to keep on turning the page. I can't see what y'all see, so I'm trying to make sure you guys see what I see. And then tell you your route. This is your route right here. Page 3 shows you restrictions. Maybe this could be a road construction. Maybe this, I believe this one right here is gonna be on every permit, as long as you can run through Interstate 376. This will stay on there because this is just telling you that the bridge is low. So if you're under 14 feet, you good. But if you above that or hitting that 14, which Pennsylvania is one of the states you don't trust with overheight loads, because I done had an overheight load before where they was trying to send me up on a damn railroad trestle. It was 12.8 tall, and I'm 14.3 high. But the route had it for me to go up on there, so you never trust their bridges. Just saying. That's why I don't run over heights in Pennsylvania. I don't run over heights in Ohio neither, because they take too long with permits. And this is the permit restrictions. Now I'm just showing. I'm only just going to show you PA, all of PA. Other ones I'm just going to show you bits and pieces of it. Okay, let's see. Then this is page 4, the last page. Now, this page, I would say, even though it only has this much information on it, this is the important page due to the fact you have to sign your name and date it. Because if you get pulled over by a state trooper, they will check that. But also, too, it will tell you what else you need to carry, which is one of the provisions. And that provision has stuff on there like I forgot what they call it. These towns, they don't call them boroughs, they call them something else on the permits, the way how they word them. But what it's telling you is that certain cities like Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, they have like certain curfews for certain heights and time restrictions and all that jazz. That's mainly what this is for, and it has a map. It's not the best map, but you kind of get an idea by looking at it. Because what I mainly do is when I see it, I will take, say for example, an interstate will run through there. I will look at the interstate, look what cities run the interstate, then I would decide, you know, if I'm gonna be in that curfew, if I'm gonna make that curfew or not. But that's what that is. This is I believe it's Indiana. No, this is Ohio. I'm sorry, Ohio. It's another permit. Now, what's special about this permit, which doesn't show on the Pennsylvania, but is on the Pennsylvania provision, is a lot of people get mad at us because we drive slow. Where this is the main reason why. Oh, you know what? It's on the other page. Yeah, I can show you on the next page, but this page right here has all the information you know. But with Ohio, they don't want you crossing no bridge to get to a truck stop. If they catch you crossing the bridge to get to a truck stop, they will write you a ticket. Ohio do not play. They will write you a ticket. I never got a ticket before in Ohio when it came to crossing the bridge. I did get a ticket one time before my axle spacing. So that's why I know about the axle spacing deal. They will give you a 6-inch variance in Ohio. Other than that, if you're above that, they're gonna write you a ticket for it. How they gonna write that ticket? They're gonna drop you all the way down to 80,000 pounds, charge you for the weight, charge you for the height, charge you for the width, charge you for the length. And my ticket was about $3,000. So, luckily for me, I was able to fight my ticket. So, just want to give y'all forewarning. If you're doing this heavy haul stuff, or you're doing overweight loads, or if you tried to fudge the permits or whatever, I want to say fudge, like whiff and all that. I don't think they really, as long as you like near or whatever, just try to be exact as possible. I want to say be more than 2 inches, no more than 2 inches off. But when it comes to axle spacing, be very careful. But this here, they catch you going over a bridge, you got it right here. You're not allowed to drive over a bridge to get to a truck stop. And I think also too, I think I got a variance on here. What I mean by variance is travel variance, which is, let's say you do get off the interstate, there's no, you don't go over no bridge, but let's say the truck stop is 1.5 miles up the road, where you only allow 1 mile in Ohio. After a mile, just don't get caught, because if they catch you, they will pull this permit and bust you down to 80,000 pounds, and whatever weight you access over, whichever width you dims you over legally, they will charge you for it, and then make you sit, and then make you get a whole nother permit. So I just want to let you know about that. Now Ohio, for all the ones who say you truck drivers move slow, OD loads you move too slow, blah blah blah. If you read the fine print here, maximum permitted speed may not exceed 55 miles per hour. That's what it says. Ohio is very strict on this. This is their easy ticket here, is to find an OD load, see you moving more than 55 miles an hour, and they will write you a ticket. I'm letting you know that now. They will write you a ticket. I haven't had them stop me from going over 1 or 2, but maybe 3 and above, they have pulled me over. Luckily for me, they haven't given me a ticket. They just say, hey man, slow down those little hill there. I know you kind of heavy, just slow it down, blah, blah, blah. But they will get you for that too. So Ohio is like a picket state. Third page will be the route. Nothing to it. And of course, they see this human trafficking. You don't need this. This is not required to be carried with the permit. It's just some information they gave you. That's all. Indiana. Oh, and by the way, Ohio. Oh, shoot. Pennsylvania. Their permit costs $155. Just so you know. It's just, and I'm just overweight. That's all I am. I'm just overweight. This is $127.80. Same thing with these guys. You got to carry a provision sheet. Ohio has the provision sheet that you got to carry too. This right here tells you the route where you could travel at. I wish I could see, so I want to keep flipping the page back and forth so I could see. But this is the only state that I know on the East Coast that gives you 15 days to move a load. We got plenty enough time to move a load with Indiana. Plenty of time. Pennsylvania 5, Ohio 5, Illinois is gonna be probably about 5. Indiana's the only one I know. Gives you 15 days. And they do list the construction zones and stuff like that. You're supposed to go 55 with these folks too, but they don't bother you much. So, but I'm just letting you know they do want you to go 55 miles an hour. This is the route. They do have a provision sheet, like I said before. So this is one of the most important parts right here. Is this what tells you which dimension can ride at what time of day or night. As I say, this state do require you to go 55 miles an hour. So don't get mad at us oversized load drivers that's going 55 miles an hour, because the state's right there. We got to go 85 miles an hour. Some people don't understand that we have to go this slow. So I'm just trying to get the word out, because a lot of people are new out here that they're driving these commercial vehicles and they don't know. So I'm just trying to be one of the ones to let you know. It has it right there. Now, Indiana, they're a little bit leaner. I haven't seen them bother me too much. I cruise at 62. That don't mean I won't get caught or get stopped, but it states right there, 55 miles per hour. Other restrictions on here too. One of trips me out is chauffeur license. I don't think you get a chauffeur license no more. I think it's either you have to get a CDL or you won't be driving a commercial vehicle. I'm quite sure it's not the chauffeur license that you use to drive a limousine. I don't know. Maybe somebody could chime in on that. I do know from what I've been told from vets out here that chauffeur license, the license they had back in the day, and they used that for their ability to drive these trucks. So as time went on, they just converted their chauffeur's license to a CDL, so they don't have to go through the school or nothing. But that's the only way I know about the chauffeur license. Illinois, same state. They want you to go 55 miles an hour. This right here got to be right, which is the axle space. It has to be right. Oh, down at the bottom, right here, this tells you single axle 16,000 pounds and 58,000 pounds on my tandem, 48,000 on my trailer axles back there. That's group axle grouping. So when they say have on that axle configuration 1, 3, 3, so I'm 7 axles. I'm running 7 axles. So that's what it is right there. Actually, I'm gonna show you my scale too. So that's why I did 16. This is why I did 58,000. And that's because I didn't have much fuel in my truck. So I just cushioned it so I could at least be able to fill my tanks up. Trailer, I put 48. That's my max weight, but I fudged it to 122. Of course, this is my route, nothing new. Another part of what you should do. I see 35 miles an hour on there, but nobody ever goes this low. I have state troopers get on me sometimes for going this low. But mainly if you're on the highway, you don't got to worry about that. Oh, it's Wisconsin. It's their permit. So pretty much that's all it is. Bunch of information. This is their provision sheet. Yeah, I believe this is, yep, one of the general conditions. I don't think Wisconsin has a provision sheet. I have to check. No, I think this is the provision sheet because it just keeps getting long. It's just information on there. Tell you what to do at what dimensions, routing, liability insurance, stuff like that. But that's it. I thought I might had one of them might show why it costs so much to run a permit. The cost of the permit, I'm sorry. We'll calculate the cost of the permit. I know Mississippi, Louisiana, I know those two for sure does it because they charge by the weight, by the mile. So I do know that they charge. That's how they charge, and they put it on the paper to show you how it's charged. But yeah, that's it. So so later on down the road, I have some more permits. I can show you some more stuff about some of the permits. It's not bad. The route's not bad. At least over here, I get to choose the route I want to go. It makes it a little bit much more easier for me. It's not really a big deal. When you start getting up in the widths and the heights is what makes the different length. Length just about runs like if you're overweight, or you know, it's no big deal. When you start getting wider or taller, that's when it starts affecting your route some. You can ask for it, but if there's construction going on or if it's a bridge that you can't clear, they will reroute you a different way. But you can always call back. Some states would amend the permit for you to go a different route, like Texas. Texas is a state that does amendments, but you have to call Texas to do that, to get it changed. You don't need to call your permit service to do that part. The other ones you do. There's also states, I think mostly the West Coast, you don't need the actual paper. They'll just look on your phone if you got it, or on your tablet. Certain states does that. I know Utah is one of them. They don't really need to see the physical permit. You can just show them on your phone, and they look at them and like, okay, you good to go. What else can I say? I remember one time before, the West Side had like a multi-state permit where you pay for the permit and all the states routes are on that permit. Like, you didn't have to do individual, but I haven't seen that in a very long time, so I don't even know if they do that anymore. But other than that, when I get some more permits, I'll talk more in depth about the permit, if that's something that you're interested in. Also too, I'm gonna do a video in the future on how to get the axles, how to get your weight right on the axles, because like for me, you know, when you haul bigger pieces and you don't have like a cat scale like right down the road, you got to go like 50 miles for to get to it. You want to be able to identify and put your load where you want the load to be without having to do that, and also worrying about you having to come back to get it shifted or repositioned on your trailer. So I'm gonna do a video on that in the future. I gotta get like a real good load that you'll be able to see that, because this right here, this 68,000 pounds, I could drop this anywhere on the freaking trailer and I'm good. It don't even matter. The only way it won't be good if I sit it on the back tires, the back trailer tires back there. But it's only 68,000 pounds, so I can pretty much sit that load anywhere I want to sit it. So I want to get something a little bit more heavy. It got to pay too though, so we can't forget about that. Other than that, oh, another thing. For those who think that you can't drive your truck empty with a heavy haul truck and you need a permit to run it, this is why. I'm gonna show you something. Okay, so there's certain, I've heard people say you need a permit if you have a heavy haul truck and you're overweight on your steers but you're empty. Well, you don't need a permit if you're overweight on your steers and you're empty. This is the reason why. I'm overweight regardless on my steers. If you think about it, I'm not a normal truck. I'm not a 3-axle truck. I don't have a 13,000 pound front end. I have a 20,000 pound front end. That right there, my empty weight, full of fuel. There's no way I won't be able to get that lower unless I take these big tires off, dismantle the front end, and put like a small front end on it. You don't need an oversized permit, because number one, they're not gonna give you an overweight permit for this. You're not overweight. Your gross weight is not over 80,000 pounds. They're not gonna give you an overweight permit for this at all, period. So you don't need, if you scale yourself and you empty and you see this number like that, they're not gonna bother you. You could haul, I could haul up to maybe, I'll say 27,000 pounds with this weight right here. I can haul up 27,000 pounds and go across scales and don't have nothing to worry about, because I'm not overweight gross, and because my front end is 20,000 pounds or 22,000 pounds, I'm good. So let me clarify that. I'm 16,780 empty on my steers. Yes, I'm overweight technically to a normal 3-axle truck, van truck that doesn't have a heavy haul spec truck. Yes, I am overweight, but due to the fact I have a heavy front end, I am allowed to have that much weight on my steers to drive across the scale and they will not bother me. I drove across many scales from west coast all the way to the east, just not the northeast because I don't go up there. And they have not bothered me at all. With a legal load being empty, they have not bothered me at all, not period. So you can't get an oversized, overweight permit with this because they're not gonna issue you one because you're not overweight. I have crossed the scale with 29,000 on my drives, 30 on my steers, 16, probably about 16,780 pounds that I see on here across the scale without using my pusher axle. My gross weight still was not overweight. They're not going to give me, because when they see them big tires on there and they see that pusher axle up, they know this is a big heavy truck. There's no way you need a oversized, overweight permit. They're not going to issue one because you're not overweight. It's only when you're overweight. Now for the 3-axle guys, yeah, if you over what 12,000, 13 hours, depending on 13,000 pounds. If you're over 12,000 pounds, 13,000 pounds, depending on what state you go through, and you have 29 and 30 on 29 on your drives and 30 on your trailer, yes, they will get you because you're technically overweight. You need to shift your weight, whether that's with the 5th wheel or sliding your tandems. But for us guys, we don't go through that. Us heavy haul guys, we don't go through that. They won't bother us because when they see the tires, our steers are rated for us to haul that weight, so they won't bother us. Your steers won't be rated to haul that type of weight. I hope I made myself clear on that. I'm quite sure there's other people that haul oversized commodity, they could chime in on it. But yeah, you don't need an oversized permit if you heavy on your steers but you're empty. You don't need it. Like I said, I've been from east to west, west to east. I have no problem. I'm talking about 94 all the way down to 10. I had no problem with no DOT officer or anything. So, like I said, comment if you want to talk about it. Hey, maybe I don't know. I mean, like I said, I done went through scales and they never bothered me. You might have a situation where they did bother you, and maybe you want to pass the information on to me and say, hey man, they will bother you, you need to do this and do that. But like I said, I done ran through the scales, never had no problem. Even doing blitz, I never had a problem. They told me I'm good to go. They gave me the green light. So that's what I want to say. And later on down the road, I will make another video about the permits and stuff. So just in case the information get buried all over again, I will bring it up again so people won't have to look through different videos to find it. Or I might just slice this video and make a little individual column for it, or whatever the case may be. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Be blessed. Be safe. Catch you next time.